What is Web3 and why should you care? The internet we know today is not the same as what it was 10 years ago. Instead of having a few centralized websites, users can now access decentralized applications, dApps, directly through the browser. In addition to this, the adoption of blockchain technology has allowed users to own their data and manage digital identity in a secure way. In this video, we'll explore everything you need to know about Web3 and why it's important for the future of the internet. Keep listening to learn more. What is Web3? Web3 is the decentralized World Wide Web. In layman's terms, it's a completely new internet that's open source, decentralized, and user-controlled. Essentially, Web3 is a set of protocols that allow users to interact with applications on the internet with no centralized authority. Let's break this down a bit. Decentralized. This simply means that no single entity controls the network. Open source. All the code is available to the public, allowing developers to build new features. User-controlled. Users control their own data and identity. New Internet. The current Internet is made up of centralized servers that are managed by a few companies. With the Web3 stack, users can host content and apps on their computers or devices. Interact with applications. Instead of using websites to access information, users will be able to interact directly with the decentralized apps. Why is Web3 important? Web3 changes the way we think about the internet. Rather than having a few websites control everything, users are able to access decentralized apps directly through their browser. Web3 applications are borderless and censorship-resistant, meaning no one country can shut down an application, and no one can prevent users from accessing it. Web3 is a decentralized network that cannot be shut down because there are no central servers. If a computer hosting a decentralized app goes offline, the app will simply be hosted on another computer. Information stored on the Web3 is public, open, and unchangeable. This allows users and businesses to prove the authenticity of their data, as well as ensure that no one has tampered with it. As a developer, you can build apps on the Web3 with a common programming language, which allows your code to be used on any device or platform. Web3 is still evolving, which means that there's a lot of room for improvement. This means that you'll be able to build on the latest technologies and contribute to the growth of the Web3 stack. Differences between Web 2 and Web 3. Web 2 is a centralized system controlled by a small number of companies, while Web 3 is decentralized and controlled by individuals. Web 2 is closed source, while Web 3 is open source. This means that everyone is able to see the code and contribute new features. Web 2 is about displaying information on a user's device, while Web 3 is about directly interacting with applications. Web 2 uses specific protocols to interact with the internet on a single device, while Web 3 uses open protocols to interact with decentralized apps across multiple platforms. Web 2 is dependent on a few large companies, while Web 3 is not dependent on any single entity to function. Web 3 is a completely new internet that allows users to take control of their data and identity. How will Web 3 benefit users? Users have control over their data and identity. This means that they can decide who has permission to access their information and when it should expire. Applications can't shut down or be shut down due to the fact that they're decentralized. Users can earn money by contributing resources and data to the network. Users don't need to download a new app or browser because they can interact with decentralized apps directly through their browser. Users can interact with each other without having to go through a central company. Users can create a decentralized internet where they control everything. How will Web3 benefit businesses? Businesses are able to interact with the Web3 directly and verify the authenticity of the data. This prevents tampering and fraud. Businesses can use the Web3 to store information about their products, customers, and orders. Companies can use the Web3 to get customers involved in their business, allowing them to vote on new features and suggest ways to improve their product. Businesses can create unique and proprietary products that are protected by copyright. Companies can create decentralized apps to reach users from around the world. Businesses can use the Web3 to ensure that their product works with every device, and the internet we know today is not the same as what it was 10 years ago. Instead of having a few centralized websites, users can now access decentralized applications directly through the browser. Web3 is the decentralized World Wide Web, a completely new internet that's open source, user-controlled, and blockchain-based. As the Web3 stack continues to grow and evolve, It's important that you understand what it is and how it can benefit you.